Peace and prosperity. Welcome to this exclusively enlightening event. I'm going to be hosting this thing. I'm Gabaria, and today we are going to be talking about a vision that Royalty and Power has for you and would like for you to partake in. Wait a second. Before I start talking about this vision where we see you ruling, I got to put on the exclusive Regal Views. Can't talk about a vision of ruling without the Regal Views, huh? Regal View is eyeglasses for entrepreneurs where it blocks the blue light when you are staring into a screen for long periods of time. Protects the eyes, it protects the vision, so you can rule the vision you have, just like the vision we have for you. So without further ado, let's go into the depth of this vision. Okay, this vision where we see you ruling, brought to you by Royalty and Power Enterprises. We are the Chamber of Sovereign Commerce, and Royalty and Power Enterprises presents the Estate Credit Solutions and Lending. All right, also known as ESCL. So, Estate Credit Solutions and Lending, what is it? I was just about to say it. Okay, now I'm going to tell you. Just want to draw a little suspense. Okay, what is ESCL? The Estate Credit Solutions and Lending is a private, blockchain integrated financial infrastructure designed to enable individuals and entities to build, evaluate, and leverage their estates as a basis for private credit scoring, funding access, investment pooling, and decentralized economic exchange. It's all powered by AI, our proprietary AI, as a matter of fact, AI and it's powered as well by smart contract architecture. So Excel presents a fully sovereign alternative to centralized credit and banking systems while remaining structurally and lawfully valid within both public and private jurisdictions. Its core innovations include the X score. This is a proprietary credit rating derived from a state structured and asset strength and governance capacity within your estate, your foreign irrevocable legacy trust. The X token is an internal utility token used for economic activity, access, rewards, and governance. The X token acts as the money or currency within the XL platform. The X token also increases the X score within the XL platform. All right. This is all a decentralized funding mechanism that is going to enable peer-to-peer investment and wealth circulation. Okay. So a state-backed identity, risk assessment, and credit modeling through a blockchain encoded AI that has been proprietarily developed by Royalty and Power Enterprises, known as AI or is Hebrew for light, because this is going to illuminate. This is going to be divine light shed on your circumstances and situation, the structure of your estate, your capacity to do business, and not the amount of debt you have withhold and have held, but your capacity, the power invested within you. So this score will be produced by AI. All right. Now, just a quick overview. The XL platform is a private financial ecosystem built for those who desire freedom through structure and not subjection through dependency. It allows you to build your own credit score, operate outside of traditional banks and lending institutions so that you qualify for funding based on your estate and not your debt. So when you have an X score, you'll be able to use your X score for funding not only within the ESCL platform, but also outside of the ESCL platform. For example, credit cards, vehicles, housing, etc. You will be able to use um, your ESCL and your X score and your ETIN number, which is your estate transaction identifying number. You will be able to use that outside of the ESCL platform as well as within the ESCL platform, just not for government related funding if it's derived from a government type benefit that's associated, of course, with the Social Security number, because that number represents the contractual exchange in which one has given up their sovereignty in exchange to be governed and receive benefits and privileges. Okay, so once you are within the EXL platform, you are participating in a growing private economy for sovereigns, by sovereigns, decentralized, voted on, and expanded by sovereigns. Okay, so this is where financial sovereignty begins in a practical sense. This is the arena and platform in which one would operate privately and build their private credibility so that they can maintain sovereignty when doing commerce, um, which is the goal. Okay, so let's go deeper. What is the X score? Okay, it is a new class of credit worthiness within and of itself, all by itself. So your traditional credit models assess an individual based on consumer behavior, which is primarily debts, payments on debts, how much debt is being utilized, etc. But the XL introduces a whole new scoring model that assesses a sovereign entity's economic capacity and not its liabilities. So, based on the power invested within you, within your estate, okay, the kingdom within you, its potential, all right. Once you have taken that power invested within you and you have taken your vision and made it plain, you have wrote it out. This is a prospectus representing your estate and your funding request and opportunity. You will be able to have power invested within you. Somebody will invest into you. Okay. Once you have wrote the vision out, made it plain, it's clear as day what your capacity is, what your potential is, not how much bomb, but your potential. All right. So you can expand truly flourish and rule financially and legally. So let's see the components of the X score. Let's see how it is produced. So 25% is based on the state organization, 20% is on asset holdings, 20% is on business income, 15% is on governance structure, 10% is on X token utilization, and another 10% is on financial behavior. So let us break down each category. The estate organization, which is 25% of your X score, represents the quality, legality, and internal documentation of the trust or holding structure. Example given: a foreign irrevocable legacies trust or some form of dynasty trust. Okay. Um, then it goes into the asset holdings of that organization. So once it sees if everything is organized efficiently, which gives indication for the capacity to do business, it then sees, okay, what is it holding? It being AI org, which is analyzing these things. All right. Then it sees what is the estate holding and what is its income, that's current income as well as its income potential. Okay. Then it goes into its governance structure. Not just seeing is all of its documentation properly aligned, but what are the policies and processes within the structure of the trust, specifically in regards to dispute resolution mechanisms, which goes into defaults on funding or loans. What's your process for repayment? Are you pledging collateral? In what aspect are you assisting? Um, and how are you making right on the wrong? This is to create security within the sovereign platform, so that nobody is worried about investing, as dispute resolution mechanisms within your investment opportunity will either sway or deter a potential investor. Okay, which then would be an indication of the refinement of your estate. So the score actually encourages you to be better and let you know how AI or let you know what's going on. So then you have X token utilization. How often are you utilizing the platform's money? So are you investing within the economy of the platform? Are you spending within the platform, and are you staking within the platform? That will build your X score, the utilization of X tokens. Then we look at your financial behavior. This is on and off the chain records of responsible economic activity. Off record activity can be uploaded for AI or to analyze. And this will not so much as penalize you for debt, but goes deeper into the understanding of why you may be in debt. So your score is always relative to your potential and your current potential at the moment, not circumstances from 5 years ago. Okay. So the X score is for sovereigns. The ESCL platform is for sovereigns. The X token is for sovereigns, not the FICO, not the SSN, not the computer algorithm that the where credit bureaus are using that keep you within the box in a certain bracket. How they're, we don't even want to go, but we're not that. We're talking about a whole new system, where you are able to operate private and prosper and not be penalized. So let's just quick review of the X score. See, it's credit for the self-governed. Forget the bureaus, Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. Your X score is powered by our AI, our proprietary AI, which is to shed light on the potential of estates, AI or, and reflects your business's income, assets, it's the structure of your estate, and your readiness to grow, your potential. It's the first credit score designed for kings and queens and not consumers. Not consumers. Yes, some form of self government and some form of what do we say? Self employment is required to come to the platform for sovereigns who thrive in self sufficiency. Just a quick disclaimer: if you need help starting a business and creating that source of self employment, schedule a roundtable. We're always willing to help out with those things. Back to the ESCL platform. Now, why is the ESCL platform on the blockchain? This is the estate credit solutions and lending platform. So if you want credit for your estate, here we have solutions on the blockchain, through in the ESCL platform. And if you want lending for your estate, here we have solutions for you on the blockchain. Now, why the blockchain? Why is the ESCL platform on the blockchain? It's built on the Polygon network initially, and there are plans to integrate into Hyperledger for a deeper sense of a private consortium of transactions. So It's levels to it. Okay. Now, the Polygon network um, is um, is an initial level, which is sufficient, but for larger volume, as this thing grows, we're just going to have to go to Hyperledger to keep things private at that level. We're talking about a whole economy here. So blockchain is used for private immutable records of a state-backed credit activity. This is why we're using the blockchain, because the records on it are immutable and therefore can back the credibility of the activity of the estate. It hosts smart contracts for lending, staking, and estate evaluation. It enables verifiable identity and credit attestation without reliance on centralized databases. For example, it does not rely on SSN numbers. The X score is based on an ETIN number, which is an estate transaction identifying number. It identifies the estate's transactions so that it can produce an X score or credibility based on the estate's transactions. That is the number you will use when applying for things on the EXCL platform and off the EXCL platform. For example, credit cards, housing, cars, things of that nature. Um, the X token, which is the currency on the XL platform that is on the blockchain, the X token serves multiple functions. So, one, it's a utility function. It acts as payment for access to Excel tools and reports, which there are many. It acts as a staking mechanism to increase one's X score weight. So financial transactions within the economy rewards the sovereign, a state holder, and it rewards them as well when they stake their tokens or reinvest their tokens within the economy. And greater investment over longer terms ends up granting voting rights, which is the other function of the X token. It not only acts as a utility for spending and staking, but it also acts as a government function. So the token holders can vote on changes in the scoring algorithm to always keep things decentralized and current based on economic needs, which flows right into economic policy adjustment, which assist in keeping things decentralized when establishing an ecosystem of fund allocations. So the monetary policies um, are on the blockchain because there is not only an immutable record. I just wanted to make mention of that really quick to remind that this is going to create a permanent legal witness. But it also assists with the monetary policy as a whole. So the total supply of X tokens, especially when dealing with staking or what have you, will be fixed unless there's some sort of economic policy adjustment with reserve allocations for staking and liquidity. There'll be deflationary measures, pigs, burn mechanisms, all tied to transactions, fees. Everything will be monitored, um, refined to the smallest bump in the algorithms. Okay, everything will be monitored perfectly. Okay, so secondary market is tradable within whitelisted private and public dexes. Dexes are decentralized exchanges, so it can be exchanged with other tokens and crypto or blockchain currencies that originate on other platforms. So it is integratable within other ecosystems as well to be a 100% useful currency for those who operate in the private and would like to take those private operations and use them as proof or credibility for funding and things credit and funding related, or credit related as a whole, insurance and anything. Um, so the blockchain and the use of tokens is very, very simple. You don't have to be a tech savvy scientist to really understand the depth of the blockchain here. It is just a simple digital ledger that's going to keep your information safe and visible for review of credibility. Okay. The X tokens are simply the currency on the ESCL platform's economy. You use them to pay for services, earn rewards, boost your score, and access premium tools. Use the X tokens wisely, you gain more power within the system, just like money in the regular system. So there we go. Regular, I say regular because this is the advance. Okay, this is the advancement, the future for those who operate privately. All right, now, which is a growing number of people. Okay, so investment, lending, and economic circulation. Okay, the blockchain offers peer-to-peer investment pools. So those with high X scores can tokenize portions of their estate. This would be asset-backed X tokens that representing their income or some sort of form of tangible collateral. And it'll be shared within contracts to raise capital from other XL platform participants, other sovereign rulers. Okay, for an example, an estate with consistent business cash flows offers a 12-month revenue sharing NFT that yields 10% annually. So, hey, they'll say, look, I have a business, it's making good money. Here, I'll put this in this NFT. You can hold this promise to pay for an investment, and then it'll be paid on, it'll produce 10% or what have you annually of its worth. That's what will be paid out to you. So investors can purchase these positions using X tokens and receive payouts via smart contracts. And that the possibilities of the dynamics of the contracts, the payouts, etc., they are endless in creativity. There is no limitation to contract. So whatever you guys work out is peer-to-peer investment pools based on your estate, your vision, your goal, the prospectus used, and the preferences agreed upon. Okay. So we deal with estate-backed lending protocols, which are very, very easy to implement on the blockchain. All right, borrowers submit their estate profile and an X score. Lenders choose to fund based on score thresholds, asset backing, and the trust governance. All of these will be compiled within a prospectus that could be viewed on the XL platform. All terms are handled via programmable smart contracts. Automatic disbursements and repayment, collateral enforcements through token escrow, and multi-sig contracts. Dispute resolution via XL's internal arbitration protocol. And let me just harp on that. There, like I say again, the ability to contract is limitless, but the internal documentation, dispute resolution will have a lot to deal with scores, how things are handled, and what people agree upon to deal business, and how you arbitrate or make good if you default on a loan. Okay, because it's a little different from a credit card company, where there is a 7-year aspect as well within the XL, but because there is a blockchain and proof of transaction, there is no real way to not be liable for the repayment of the loan in the X token. So there's just always ways of working it and layers and levels. If this doesn't work, we resort to this. If this doesn't work, we resort to this. And then that arbitration protocol is what an investor would feel comfortable with, and then therefore be willing to invest funds into you through the use of X tokens on the ESCL platform, that can be converted into other currencies on and off the blockchain. There we go. So that's why the blockchain. So investment opportunities within the ESCL economy is huge, is off the chart. ESCL opens the door to a private marketplace of funding and collaboration. It attracts investors based on your X score, allows people to fund others in their community, trade and build mutual wealth, create passive income through digital trust and economic activity. The more you grow, the more everyone thrives, through the willingness to invest in you and your willingness and capacity to invest in others. All right, so let's look at the strategic advantages and legal positioning here. All right. Um, there is sovereign infrastructure. Okay. The XL is ideal for trust formed under ecclesiastical, tribal, or diplomatic jurisdictions. All right, non-U.S. persons operating under foreign irrevocable estate law, refugees operating under just sanguinis or just guberno principles, stateless persons operating under just sanguinis or just guberno principles. Okay, that's who it's ideal for. All right, the platform, and these are those who have expatriated. Those usually are the people who are stateless and or refugees. Um, the non-U.S. persons, foreign. There we go. So we get that understanding. People who don't have United States nationality, okay, who operate privately, who don't qualify for a Social Security number. The platform itself operates under private membership association principles and a private trust charter, protecting it from unnecessary statutory imposition. Okay. The AI integration, as we talked about, our proprietary AI hour. AI or is a proprietary AI that reads and interprets estate documentation, the PDF filings, trust instruments, specifically memorandums, which is the transmitting utility of foreign irrevocable legacy trusts. Um, it tracks on platform behavior, calculates updated X scores, predicts funding success and probability based on the state signal patterns, flags inconsistent or high risk economic behavior for peer investor review. So everything is transparent. If you can pay back, we're going to know. If you can't, we'll know what to what capacity. AI or is trained to recognize lawful estate structuring and sovereign compliance metrics, making it distinct from any existing AI powered credit scoring engine ever. This one is built to shed light on the potential. Okay, the potential to expand, the power invested in you. It just has to be written down and made plain. And it don't get no plainer than the blockchain. So why use X tokens? There are lower platform fees. Let me see. You unlock exclusive funding tiers. You can build your X score over time, stake to earn additional rewards, and show you're a trusted member in the economy, which will produce voting rights through consistency. This isn't just a currency, it's your economic signature, the platform in which you are using to leave your legacy. Okay. So XL is not a crypto project. It is not a gimmick. It is a full-fledged alternative financial infrastructure designed for the age of sovereign reawakening, for those who are realizing they don't want to be debtors and subject to a system that subjects them to an identity attached to the social security number, which attaches them to a form of citizenship and nationality that disenfranchises them, especially for those who may be rehabilitated or what did they say? recidivized or what have you from incarceration, who've been classified as felons, disenfranchised by public systems, those for spiritual reasons and spiritual insight don't want to be a part of the system of unjust subjection, those legally structured outside of it, um, based on foreigners and wanting to reestablish themselves. Okay. The EXCL provides a new route. So this is international, not even just within the blockchain, is international. It provides a new route for private credit, protected capital, decentralized wealth building, and trust based funding. It is the financial engine of self governed states internationally. If you're a nation builder, if you're under private ecclesiastical orders, if you believe that freedom is structured and sovereignty must be secured with systems and not just claims and um, fruitless public filings, then the EXCL platform is where you operate privately, where you establish your legacy. All right. So, how Royalty and Power can prepare you for um, doing commerce on the EXCL platform. First, there's a one-on-one consultation during a roundtable session. As Q&A for you. If you feel like you would like to us to assist you with your rights to rule, which is a step-by-step strategy for you to have a customized view on how to go from where you are all the way to your goals, we're going to give you your rights to rule. You'll start right where you are. We'll write it down and you'll know the right steps to take to get to your goals. And if you want to do that on your own, you can do so. You can either get assistance in our community, the Crown Coalition, or you can join our tutoring, where we will assist you in the establishment of trust, business development, help you with lending structures, make sure your estate is structured in a lendable fashion and it operates as a fully lendable financial institution. Okay. And during the tutoring, you will also have access to the knowledge of the Crown Coalition as well. So you're not just a client, you're a sovereign. And as a sovereign, you are a partner in establishing this platform for sovereigns to operate sovereignly. So that is the dilemma and issue that you're like forced to um, not operate in a sovereign capacity in certain commercial arenas, certain commercial avenues, all right, which is an issue for those woke. So our process of sovereign success is simple. You book a roundtable session. We give you your rights to rule. Um, After you receive your rights to rule, you have the option of doing it on your own or joining a tutoring program, which will prepare you for the estate credit solutions and lending platform, which is on the blockchain powered by our proprietary AI system called AI Or. All right. Now, it all starts at the round table. That's roundtable.royaltyandpower.org. Roundtable.royaltyandpower.org. You have an initial roundtable. Then you could come back and receive your rights to rule if you feel like we can assist you in structuring a customized plan. If you agree with the customized plan, you can go and implement the steps on your own, or you could receive tutoring. See, we rule through our service. This is how we rule at that round table. And we serve to see you rule. We rule through our service and serve to see you rule. We want you to rule. So start ruling at the round table. We will see you there.